take the that comes out of your mouth. You don't literally just say whatever.
What are you gonna
Look at Brittany go.
Because honestly, you're delusional.
Brittany.
Don't Brittany. Go ahead.
Brittany, look, if you're gonna yell at me, I'm not gonna do the show. Like you don't have to. You don't have to scream at me. That's so disrespectful. You know, I'm not here to get like that's like you don't have to be rude. I don't.
Today I bring you guys content that saddens yet dismays me, but I would have been lying to you if I said that I did not see this coming. What is it that I am talking about? Well, let's just hop back down up in there. A couple of weeks ago, I think it was about a month or so ago, I did content commentary over this brand new podcast that features none other than JustPearlyThings and Brittany Superhead Jr. Renner. And I thought to myself, this is gonna be fantastic pieces of content just based off their ideologies. I don't know who these two other women are, but I wanted to watch the show to see how it was going to mature. And apparently it will mature no more after Pearl has decided to part ways with the show after a walkout, after being pressed by Brittany Renner, who was absolutely popping off, causing Pearl to walk off the show. So for today, I want to go over that piece of content, that walkout, determine can this show be salvaged? Was the walk-off necessary? Who's right? Who's wrong? And so much more. So without further ado.
So now we're moving right along to a segment called Panel Pull Out.
Everything I'll be so damn sexual with this girl.
Out. I see what we did there.
Pull out.
So each host will pull something from the internet or socials that they would like to address with that specific host.
Okay.
Sounds a little messy. We're gonna start with Pearl.
Sounds so messy.
We're gonna start with Pearl.
I'm first.
Yes. I mean, at first, yeah.
Okay, so I saw something that you retweeted, Brittany, and it was something about it was something about female intuition.
Okay.
Okay.
And I just don't think female intuition exists. I think female intuition is terrible.
I think it's terrible in what way?
We make terrible choices as women. So people will always say, "Oh, my female intuition, I knew because of my female intuition." And yeah, I don't think it's really a thing.
So intuition in itself, outside of gender, is absolutely a thing. My definition is your ability to look at a situation, understand it immediately without the need of like conscious reasoning. Typically, people that can score high within intuition are wise beyond their years. They've experienced a lot of life, and they could utilize that life data to understand the results or the outcomes of a situation without much deciding or reasoning about it. However, what Pearl is bringing up is an actual thing within our culture, within our worldly marketing. There's this idea that female intuition is somehow better than male intuition, when in reality, I think most men rely on masculine intuition, how to stay safe, how to be disciplined with money, how to protect yourself as well as others. Whereas women leverage much more of this feminine intuition, how to nurture relationships, how to build community. What the hell does this baby need from me? However, the culture narrative or society allows women to believe their gut instincts or their intuition, less the wisdom that I spoke about earlier, allowing themselves to just feel into a situation, and oftentimes they are incorrect as hell.
Well, intuition, just simply put, is heightened awareness. And so it stems from when women were at home with children and had to be tuned into what was going on. So intuition doesn't just stop at children, it's across the board. So if you aren't tuned into your intuition, that's a you thing.
No. I just look at the choices we make, you know.
We are you.
We as women. I mean,
look at
The strong thing for Pearl to do here is to take a look at things she can prove with data. If women have such high intuition, then why do they get into so many toxic relationships? Why are they the most in debt, including student loan debt? Why is the fetus deletion rate so high? That would make a sound argument, but Brittany Renner leveraging her own intuition when we know so many things about her lifestyle and the way that she chooses to live her life proves Pearl's point. Not all, but how dare you, Brittany, reference a female's intuition when referencing yourself as if you're known for making great decisions.
Look look at...
What kind of choices do you make?
Okay, what kind of choices do you make, Brittany?
No, but you're the one who's... We're talking... You're saying that females don't make good choices,
well,
so...
look at... We own the majority. I have no debt, right? But women in general...
That's because you're from a rich family, girl. Congratulations, girl. You're from a rich family, so what are you talking about? You have no debt, girl.
Women in general have a...
Congratulations. Like, you don't get fish don't get applauded for swimming.
I'm lucky. That's why I said I'm lucky.
Okay, so for you, so why lead with that? So why lead with that? So why lead with that?
Let her finish, though.
An example, and I'm going to give it to you. Do you want me to start?
She's triggered.
Okay. Let me tell you what
let's talk about
what we're not gonna do, because you have a history of doing this. Because I'm familiar with you. Okay, girl. What you like to do is you like to say these really stupid fucking comments, right? And then so what you do, then you like sit back, and then you're like. You think you're so smart, you have this fucking smug ass look on your face, and then you're waiting for someone to give you that like emotional, like passionate response. So then you can sit there and be super dismissive and really kind of just gaslight. And
You know what's hilarious is that even though she's pulling out Pearl's game plan, Brittany's falling right into it. Like hook, line, and sinker. The troll's statement of a woman's intuition, and now Brittany is beginning to demonstrate hyena-like behavior. Let's keep going.
I don't know, as a female.
Gaslight.
Like, no. Yeah, do you know what that word means?
You guys use it for everything.
You guys.
Go ahead.
Okay, you know what's funny about you saying you guys is seriously, it kind of feels like the only thing that is actually feminine about you is that you have a vagina.
Damn!
There's like a man on the panel.
Okay.
Brittany with the burn from Hades. But let's call a spade a spade. Brittany is now dipping into sign language. All right, the insults are coming out, the ad hominems. Come on, baby. This show not even monetized yet. Y'all already throwing stones at each other. At least work on y'all rapport first. Let go.
What's feminine about you, Brittany?
Everything's feminine about me.
Oh, come on. Like, I'm not trying to go personal here. So I don't know why you're trying to make this personal.
No, you made it personal when you led with, hey, I don't have any debt.
I don't know.
As if that's a flex because your parents have money.
You asked
What have you actually earned for yourself?
Brittany, you asked me.
Okay.
I'm saying in general, women own the majority of debt. We don't make great choices. Girl. If you look at who we pick, let's look at romantic decisions. Women don't make very good romantic decisions in general.
There's a point that needs to be made, though, and that's the fact that what I heard Brittany say earlier was she's talking about people who have there's a deep heightened intuition, and I think where the conversation is splitting is the fact that you're actually talking about people who don't have that, who have it turned off, who are disconnected
like her.
From their intuition, who don't make poor decisions. We make poor decisions. Like when we actually go down to the root of why it is that we make these poor decisions. There's layers and layers and layers and layers to it. And more of it is going to come from just like the science and backing that you kind of put into collective bundles that ultimately just come from who? The white man that you were raised.
Oh, no! Rubbish! Poppycock! Boulder Dash! What the fuck is this shit? From the white man? How did you we were here. We were here. How did you... Oh, God. Your female intuition is leading you down a victimhood road and or path of bullshit. How did you get here? The white man. For real. Y'all just lost. How did this go from a conversation of intuition to blaming the white man? It's so illogical. Absurd. And Brittany Renner complaining about white privilege while wearing a white woman's wig is odd. Y'all have the unique opportunity to challenge Pearl, to speak for all women ever, to prove the things that she's saying is not true, at least by having a decent conversation, and instead you muddy the waters with your bullshit race card tactic to your one DEI hire in Pearl. Yo, this is automatic smooth brain disqualification.
So when it comes,
that's the reason that she doesn't have any debt.
I'm just saying. So there's a certain
You
level of
asked
understanding that's
for-
not there.
you asked for
So
an
that's not
example.
you making a decision. That's you being born into white privilege, and we need you to acknowledge that. So that's not a decision that you made. That is the way you came into this. And honestly, girl, you're a family of like 9 or 10. Like all that. That's how your dad set you up. So there are things that you genuinely did not have to experience.
Right.
You don't fucking know. You get to sit there again, smug as fuck. So you haven't even had to make any decisions. You're the same person.
God.
You are the same person that the last time I saw you accidentally. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. And you get to go. You're the same person who accidentally spent $50,000 and your dad was able to pay it off on your credit card. Yes, you did when you spent.
I didn't actually.
You're the one who said an accident. I spent over my limit. That's what you said. That's what you said. So again, an unreal. That's what you said.
Can I
That's
say
what you
really
said.
Can I
the last time that I saw you. Yeah. So again, we're going back to your girl. What the shit that comes. That's what I'm saying. The shit that comes out of your mouth. You don't literally just say whatever.
What are you gonna
Look at Brittany go.
Because honestly, you're fucking delusional.
Brittany.
No, Brittany. Go ahead.
Look at.
What Pearl is experiencing right now is the mouth of a triggered saber-toothed tiger demon witch hyena. There is no verbal winning when it comes to these type of women. They will meet your logic with pure nonsense, pure emotion. Pearl brought up a fair point when speaking about female intuition and the amount of debt that women have. Now, instead of coming back at that point, it's pure theatrics in the name of sign language. She's trying to hit you with logic while you're trying to audition for Love and Hip Hop. There's no winning when it comes to these types if they don't respect you or they're surrounded with a group of other people who don't respect you. They feel empowered within the disrespect.
Okay, if you're gonna yell at me, I'm not gonna do the show. Like you don't have to scream at me. That's so disrespectful. You know, I'm not here to get that's like you don't have to be rude. I don't.
I deem this dress too short for comfort. What is this? This is not a conservative. I can see the whole inner quadricep and hamstring from the back. No. Did she decide to do this podcast and kind of throw her previous grift out the window? I think that she's trying to go more political, more conservative. But is this? I'm so confused. I don't know if I can try to make sense of this. Anyway. Let's end off the conversation right here. While I'm obviously not the biggest fan of Pearl, I do think that she was justified within this conversation to walk away. I'm sure in her head she was doing the math of how much she's getting paid to be on the show, which I'm assuming that her cost of being on the show was a lot lower now that she's been demonetized on YouTube. But nevertheless, she did the computations within her head and didn't want to be in a room of race card baiting hyenas. I think that there's legitimate reasons to consider or to bring up race in certain conversations. But what you often find is that in these sister code echo chambers, some of them bring up and prioritize race and anything that goes wrong with them within life. You could be talking about how damn cloudy it is outside, and then it becomes a conversation about how the white man is controlling the weather. I think it's completely disgusting. I think it's completely deplorable. And masculine men see right through it and want nothing to do with it. For we are not victims of our circumstance. I'm currently on the network's YouTube page. So that was posted 2 weeks ago. And then taking a look at their subsequent episode, there's only 3 women there is what it seems. So it appears as that she has left the show. And it's a damn shame. They really could have had an opportunity of fantastic content. Now it's just going to become another predictive echo chamber. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. What you guys think of this video here today? Leave me your comments down below and let's get active. Last but not least, guys, you guys know I have a self-development community. Click the link down in the description box down below. It's free if you want to come up and join. We're going to be focusing on enhancing your masculinity, your health, as well as your wellness, your financial fitness, as well as identifying or finding your purpose. If you about that, beam up and I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jack. The big girl, the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jack. The big girl, the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. That bar, need defibrillation ASAP. Get boxed with a straight guy. I'm reminded of mind state they lack. Every time that they incline, we go way back. All they wanna be is just